So winter fishing then, it's definitely been something that I've done a lot over the years, and I find the banks tend to be a bit quieter, you tend to have a bit more options, so there's a few more swims available, and it tends to be a little bit easier to get on the fish if you can find them. Now I've come to a water today and I've just flicked out a rod just to get started. I had a couple of bags made up, so I've just chucked out a little solid bag just in case I can get a bite while we're sort of getting sorted for the day. This kind of fishing for me is really handy because I've got a young family, I've got a full-time job, and so I'm quite restricted on time sometimes, so day fishing in the winter is absolutely perfect for me. I tend to get the odd day here and there, so I can get out, make the most of my time, and hopefully put a few fish on the bank, which is what we're hoping to do today. So hopefully I'll be able to show you a few fish on the bank, show you some of the tactics I've been using to catch in the winter, and hopefully we'll have a good session. Well then, first bite of the day, hopefully the first of a few. I've just put a couple of little solid bags out, put a couple of little 8mm over the top of them, and it's probably been out there maybe 20 minutes and it's gone off, so nice start. Hopefully we can get it in the net. Get in. What a good start. Right, there we go then. First bite of the day. Solid bag, had only been out there maybe 20 minutes. And off it's gone, and got a lovely little pretty mirror. So not a big one, but at this time of year I'm just out for bites, so it's nice to just get a few and have a nice day out. So we'll just stick this one back and hopefully we'll have a few more. Right then, so the rods have been out about an hour maybe, and we've only had that one fish so far, but I've been getting a few liners and I've been keeping a little bit of bait going in. But I had a couple of bags tied up to start the session off, just to get the rods out nice and quick. But as I've done a recast and use those bags now, I do need to get a couple more tied up. So I've got the rig here, very simple, solid bag rig. I've got about 3-4 inches of braid, nice and supple so you can fold it up in the bag. I've got a little size 8 hook and then a little DNA wafter on there. I'm varying the colour. I don't think it makes too much difference at the moment, but just to see if any particular colour does sort of stand out and get more bites. I'm using a small lead, 1.5 ounce lead on a little stem system, so they're nice and easy to tie up. And the reason I'm using a small lead is because I'm quite into matching the lead size to the size of my hook. So I've got a small lead because I've got a small hook. Whereas if I was using a size 4 for bigger carp, I would use a bigger lead to match it. So that's basically the setup. I'm going to just tie it up now in a little bag and get that ready to go out into the lake. Right, and so I've just tied up a few bags, and I've actually been getting quite a few liners on the right rod, so I've just brought it in. I'm going to just send a fresh bag out. This time of year, Solid bags are absolutely perfect. A little parcel of food. It's just enough attraction to draw the fish in and get that bite. You don't want to be overfeeding them at this time of year, especially with how cold it's been the past few days. I mean, yesterday morning it was -3.5 by my house, so it's been very, very cold. So a lovely little parcel of food, packed full of attraction. Let's get it out there and see if we can have another one. 4 laps away then. Ready to go. Right then, just gonna do a bit of a recast because the rods, I've been getting a few liners, but we've not had any takes for since that first bite. So I'm going to just bring this one in, just put a fresh bag out there, put some more liquid in it, just try and get some more traction around the hook baits and see if we can get another bite. As getting a few liners, and I would have thought it would have gone off by now, so let's get it back out, see if we can have another one. So then, it's about midday now, and the rods have gone a little bit quiet. I was getting a few liners after that first fish, but it's gone a bit quiet now, and to be fair, it's not surprising after having a word with the bailiff. The bailiff come round to do his rounds, and it turns out the lake was actually fully frozen over yesterday and has only thawed out this morning. So obviously the water's got a little bit warmer this morning because it has thawed out, but I'd imagine there's quite a lot of cold water out there, and to be fair, after putting that fish back earlier, my hands were stinging where it was so cold. So I think it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get any numbers of fish, but that is why you come to a venue like this. There's plenty of fish in here, it's well stocked, and hopefully we'll have a chance of another one later on. So just to let you know where we are, we're down on Viaduct Fishery, which is in Somerset. It's basically quite a well stocked complex of lakes aimed at match fishing, carp fishing, so there's a little bit of everything to go at. But these kind of places are perfect at this time of year. They've got a good amount of fish in them. There are a couple of fish that go over 20 pounds, so you never know, you might get a nice winter 20, but it's a good place to come, get a few bites, and yeah, keep yourself sort of motivated when it can be quite tricky at this time of year to get a bite. So hopefully going into the afternoon we'll have a few more. I'm going to keep recasting the rods, putting some fresh bait out there, trying to get a bit more traction in the swim, and hopefully the fish will switch on and we'll have a chance of having a couple more for the camera. So let's crack on, let's make a recast and see if we can get another one. Well, I've just had my, I think, second or third bream, so I thought I'd just show you the lead. So you might be able to see the PVA hasn't actually fully melted. It is that cold, the water, that the PVA is not fully melting. So definitely some tough conditions today. So we've had one carp, about 2 or 3 bream. Hopefully we can finish with another carp, but yeah, very, very cold water. So I've had a few bream, and I've been recasting quite regularly, and because I'm catching a couple of bream, I'm going to just switch over from the little mini bags to a leg clip and just put on a bigger hook bait, probably a little snowman, just to basically try and avoid catching the bream. I don't think the rig's staying out there long enough for the carp to get on it, so we're going to just quickly put on a leg clip and then put on a bigger hook bait, and let's see if that produces a good. So it's come to the end of the session, and as you can see, the light is pretty much gone now, and yeah, we've kind of held out till the end to try and make the most of that sort of evening period of bite time, but it just hasn't come, so no way. Right, there we go then. What a nice result to the end of the session. We were just filming that outro, and one of the rods has gone off. So we need to get going now because the gates are going to be closing shortly. But nice fish to finish the session. And would you believe, the other rod went off at the same time, or just after this one. And so I've had a second one. So 2 fish to finish off the end of the video. Nice result on a winter's day. Hopefully you've liked the video. If you have, please subscribe to the channel and give the video a thumbs up. And until next time, get out there and have a few yourselves, and thanks for watching. Well, there we go then. Happy days.